Europe is a treasure trove of history, culture and breathtaking architecture. Across the continent we see towering cathedrals, ancient ruins and opulent palaces, all standing as timeless witnesses to humanity's greatest achievements. Today we are counting down the top 10 historical buildings in Europe, so without further ado, let's get started with number 10. We kick things off with one of the most recognisable on the list. Standing tall above the City of Light, the Eiffel Tower is not just one of the most recognisable landmarks in Europe, but in the entire world. Designed by Gustave Eiffel and completed in 1889 for that year's World's Fair, this architectural marvel stands at 330 metres tall and held the title of the world's tallest structure for over 40 years. Funnily enough, it was originally proposed to be built in Barcelona. However, the city's officials at the time rejected the idea, thinking that it wouldn't fit in with the rest of the city's architecture. The tower itself wasn't without controversy though. Many critics at the time called it an eyesore, but today it's celebrated as an enduring symbol of French ingenuity and culture. Millions of people flock to Paris every year in order to visit the Eiffel Tower and catch the light show every evening. Few places capture the opulence of royal power quite like the next one on our list. Staying in France and coming in at number 9, we have the Palace of Versailles. Built in the 17th century by King Louis XIV, also known as the Sun King, it was transformed from a modest hunting lodge into a sprawling symbol of absolute monarchy. Every inch of the palace was designed to showcase wealth and power, from the intricate gardens to the iconic Hall of Mirrors, where many historic events have taken place, including the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, which ended the First World War. Once the epicentre of French royalty, today Versailles stands as a jaw-dropping testament to the architectural brilliance and the grandeur of a bygone era. That being said, when you look at a palace such as Versailles, you can see why French people felt disconnected and opted for a revolution back in the late 1700s. Moving on to number 8, we hop across the border to Germany. High in the Bavarian Alps stands a castle straight out of a fairy tale known as Neuschwanstein Castle. Built in the late 19th century by the enigmatic King Ludwig II of Bavaria, it was designed to be his dream retreat, a fantastical escape from the political pressures of the real world. Blending romanticism, medieval inspiration and cutting-edge 19th century technology, Neuschwanstein is filled with stunning details, including ornate frescoes inspired by the operas of Wagner, one of Ludwig's idols. Despite never being fully completed, it may look familiar, as this breathtaking castle continues to not only capture the imaginations of people across the globe, but also became the inspiration for the Disney castle. Its dreamlike beauty secures it at the number 8 spot on the list. Next up at number 7, nestled in the hills of Granada, Spain, we have Alhambra, a stunning fortress palace complex that reflects the rich cultural heritage of a once Islamic Spain. Built in the 13th century by the Nasrid dynasty, it stands as one of the finest examples of Moorish architecture in the world. Famous for its elegant courtyards, intricate tile work and flowing water features, the Alhambra was designed to reflect paradise on earth. Its combination of both Islamic and Spanish influence makes it a truly unique architectural wonder. Boasting both stunning beauty and historical significance, it's a testament to the power and legacy of the Moors in Spain. That's why it claims the number 7 spot on the list. Moving on to number 6, at the heart of the Vatican stands St. Peter's Basilica, a monumental church that's not only one of the largest in the world, but also a centre of Christian history. Completed in 1626, it was designed by legendary architects like Michelangelo, Bramante and Bernini, and is widely considered a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. The basilica itself is crowned by an iconic dome designed by Michelangelo, which rises 136 metres above the Vatican. Inside, the basilica houses Michelangelo's Pieta and the Baldachin by Bernini, as well as countless other artistic treasures that draw in pilgrims and visitors from around the world. St. Peter's Basilica sits directly over the tomb of St. Peter, one of Jesus' apostles, and is the embodiment of faith, art and architectural grandeur. Standing as a symbol of the Catholic Church's power and influence, it easily earns its place as number 6 on the list. Straddling 2 continents and in at number 5 we have the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. A stunning fusion of architecture, religion and history. Originally constructed as a Christian cathedral in 537 AD under the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, it was the largest cathedral in the world for nearly 1,000 years. The Hagia Sophia's architectural brilliance lies in its colossal dome, which appears to float above the main hall. This innovation in design went on to influence countless churches and mosques across the world. After the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople in 1453, Hagia Sophia was converted into a mosque. Minarets were added, and Islamic calligraphy and mosaics were integrated alongside the Christian icons. Hagia Sophia's layered history as a church, mosque and now museum speaks to the city's rich cultural heritage with its blend of Byzantine and Ottoman influences, earning it a rightful spot at number 5 on the list. Located in the heart of the Red Square, we have number 4, Moscow's St. Basil's Cathedral. It's a stunning testament to Russian architecture and religious devotion. Completed in 1561 under the reign of Ivan the Terrible, it was designed to commemorate the victory over the Khanate of Kazan, who were a significant military and political power in the region at the time. With its unusual design, no 2 of its 8 chapels are alike. The cathedral's bright, spiralling onion domes are a striking contrast against the backdrop of Moscow's streets, and the church's unique shape sets it apart from other traditional cathedrals across Europe. There's a legend that after it was completed, Ivan the Terrible had the architect blinded to prevent him from designing something more beautiful in the future. Whether it's actually true or not only adds to the cathedral's mystique. St. Basil's Cathedral is more than just a church. It's an enduring symbol of Russia's faith, history and architectural innovation. Its distinctive design and vibrant colours secure it at a place of number 4 on the list. Rising majestically over Florence's skyline, we see number 3. The cathedral, also known as the Santa Maria del Fiore, is one of Italy's most iconic landmarks. Completed in 1434, its awe-inspiring dome, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, remains a masterpiece of Renaissance engineering and design. The cathedral was an architectural challenge that took nearly 140 years to complete, and Brunelleschi's innovative use of double walls and a herringbone brick pattern allowed the dome to soar 42 metres in diameter, a feat never before attempted. It remained the largest in the world until the completion of St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, and it remains the largest brick dome ever built. Beyond its stunning marble-clad design, the Florentine Cathedral stands as a testament to the genius of the Renaissance, symbolising human achievement, artistry and faith, but its sheer beauty and grandeur puts it at number 3 on the list. As for number 2, rising from the heart of Barcelona, we have the Sagrada Familia, an architectural wonder like no other. Designed by the visionary architect Antoni Gaudi, this unfinished basilica has been under construction for over 140 years, and its intricate beauty still captures the imagination of millions. Its organic and flowing design blends elements of both Gothic and Art Nouveau styles, but its most innovative ideas push the boundaries of architecture. Every detail, from the twisting towers to the ornate facades, is infused with symbolism, telling stories from both the life of Jesus and the natural world. Gaudi devoted the last 15 years of his life entirely to the Sagrada Familia, and despite not seeing it completed, his legacy endures as his design continues to shape the cathedral's construction. The basilica's nativity facade, passion facade, and awe-inspiring central tower represent different aspects of Christian theology and life, while its spire will one day reach a height of 172 metres, making it the tallest religious building in Europe. The Sagrada Familia, however, is more than just a church. It's an embodiment of faith, art and unwavering dedication. A true architectural masterpiece, it takes its place at number 2 on the list, leaving its mark on Barcelona's skyline and the world of architecture. Compiling a list like this was a monumental task in and of itself, with there being so many amazing buildings across Europe, and undoubtedly this means that there are many notable ones which would have been left out. It was also particularly difficult to categorise them in order. As a result, there are many which had to be left out, which may include one of your favourites. Make sure to stick around into the end to see the honourable mentions. But before we get to them, it's time to reveal number 1. And something that shouldn't be a surprise is that number 1 takes us back to the heart of Rome, where amongst the crowded streets and piazzas stands a timeless symbol of ancient architecture and engineering, the Pantheon. Originally built as a temple to all the gods around 126 AD, this remarkable structure is still standing strong today, 1,900 years later, thanks to its revolutionary design and meticulous craftsmanship. The Pantheon's crowning glory is its dome, an architectural feat that was the largest of its kind in the ancient world. At a span of 43 metres, it remains the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. The ingenious use of lighter materials at the top of the dome and the famous oculus, a circular opening at its centre, allows for natural light to flood the interior, creating a sense of divine connection with the heavens. The Pantheon's perfect geometry inspired countless buildings throughout history, and it served as a model for the design of St. Peter's Basilica and other similar structures across the world. Over the centuries, the Pantheon has transformed into a Christian church, but it continues to serve as a monument to the ancient Romans' brilliance in both architecture and engineering. It is one of the most influential buildings in history, celebrated not only for its beauty, but for the remarkable achievement of its construction. The Pantheon stands as a testament of the enduring power of ancient Rome, a building that has withstood the test of time and remains perfectly intact to this day. For its unmatched historical significance, architectural genius, and lasting influence, the Pantheon has to take the number 1 spot on this list. But before we wrap up, let's take a moment to recognise some other remarkable buildings that didn't make the top 10, but are certainly deserving of a mention. First, we have the iconic Colosseum in Rome. This ancient amphitheatre, once home to gladiator battles and public spectacles, remains a symbol of Roman power and engineering. Despite its age, the Colosseum still dominates the Roman landscape, standing as a testament to the might of the Roman Empire. Next up is the Parthenon in Athens, Greece, a symbol of ancient Greek civilization and democracy. This temple, dedicated to Athena, has influenced countless buildings across the world. Although it's in ruins today, its architectural elegance still inspires awe and admiration. Then we have the Tower of London in England. Steeped in over 1,000 years of history, this fortress has served many purposes. It's been a royal palace, a prison, a treasury, and even a zoo. The crown jewels are still housed here today, making it one of the most visited sites in London. And last but not least, we have the stunning Doge's Palace in Venice, Italy, a symbol of Venetian wealth and power. This is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, showcasing intricate facades, beautiful courtyards, and the rich history of Venice's rulers. Although these buildings didn't quite make the top 10, they, along with many more, each tell the important story of Europe's rich architectural and cultural history. These honourable mentions remind us that Europe's heritage is as diverse as it is remarkable. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.